Hello and welcome to today's video. So it's going to be a bit of a cozy one, a bit of a chill one. I don't know exactly what I'm titling this video yet. I don't know if I'm going to be doing this for like 24 hours or just for the rest of the day or what exactly it is. But essentially I have 4 graphic novels and I reckon I could read these in maybe an hour and a half, an hour, an hour, an hour. So realistically within, let's be generous and say 6 hours, I can read all 4 of these. And that's essentially what I'm going to do, but I'm also keeping my reading journal this year. So after each book I read, I go away and sit down with my reading journal and like write down my thoughts and feelings and just basically spend a bit of time with the book after I finish the book to kind of make sure I'm like truly absorbed it and thinking about it. And I'm having a lot of fun doing that. Like it's definitely something I want to continue. So my thought was, today my only thing I have to do is keep an eye on the cats. At all times I must be able to see one cat because it's their flea treatment day, and the big fluffy cat likes to groom the little cat, and obviously on flea treatment day, if you did that, then like the flea treatment can't be like consumed. It's just like a spot on thing. So I need to make sure that doesn't happen. So I was like, well, I can probably read these, watch the cats and do my reading journal and probably tidy the house a bit and just have like a cozy fun little day. So that's the plan. Like I've already got my big blanket cape on, I'm already like chill, settled in. So yeah, hopefully this makes a fun video. I just thought it'd be really fun to, like, you know, because there's 4 graphic novels, I thought it'd just make a fun video. So I guess I should quickly tell you about these. The Lights, this is the 3rd graphic novel in the Sheets series. This is the 3rd and final, I believe. I don't believe we're getting any more after this, and this is absolutely stunning. Obviously I don't want to show you much because this is the 3rd book, but just as a general idea of what the art is like inside, this is kind of what to expect. And yeah, I've absolutely loved both the books in the Sheets series so far, and I don't see this one being any exception to that rule. So yeah, really excited to get to this one. And then the other 3 I've got today are all either standalones or starts of series. So we've got WYND. This, I mean, it says book 1, so it makes me think it's a series, but I haven't actually seen any others in this. So yeah, when I finish this, I'll have to do a bit more research to see if book 2 is out or not. But yeah, I'm excited. I don't really know much about this, but it's about magic. I'll go over the full synopsis of the books that are like the first in the series when I pick them up. And for the type of art I'm expecting to see in here, it's like this sort of thing. So very pretty. I really like the look of it, and hopefully it'll be a good time. It looks like it's kind of got pastel shades, and then some parts of it have darker shades as well. Yeah, so really excited for this one too. Honestly, this was a cover buy, and I got it as a cover buy because I got it from the exact same Vinted seller that was selling Nimona, which is a graphic novel that I've really intrigued and excited to pick up. It sounds like it's going to be really good, and honestly the main reason that I was purposely looking for this book is because there's now an adaptation. I believe it's a movie, like an animated movie of this book, and I know myself, I know I'm not going to watch it until I've read it. So yeah, I don't know much about this honestly. I know that we follow our main character Nimona. On the back it says Nimona is an impulsive young shapeshifter with a knack for villainy. Again, I'll speak more about what I'm getting myself into, but yeah, this is the one that I'm probably most excited about the actual like plot of, but I'm least excited about the art style. The art style is much more like comic style, which I just know that I don't like read as easily, like a lot of graphic novels when they are more of like like the 2 I've just already shown. My eyes get used to it very quickly, and we can just like, you know, like see everything and go through, whereas this style I do find that I have to concentrate a bit more on to make sure I'm like retaining the information. But yeah, still very excited about it. And then I also have Garlic and the Vampire, and I think this is probably the one that I'm most excited for character wise, because we're literally following this little Garlic. I didn't think Garlic was the name of the garlic, but I have since seen like a review of this that came up on my Goodreads like feed, and I think the garlic might be called garlic, which I don't know, like I don't think I've even read the synopsis of this one, so I'll do that when I pick this one up. But I'm really intrigued and excited about it, to be honest. All I really know is garlic is from like a town of vegetables. I assume they're all vegetables, I don't know. And when there's a vampire, they send garlic to go and like explore and discover this. So yeah, I don't know, but it sounds like it's going to be cute and fun, and the art style in this one is also not just a vibe that I really like, but also a colour palette that I really like as well. So yeah, I am really genuinely excited for all of these, and I just can't wait. I think I'm going to go set myself up on the settee for a bit and get started reading these. I think I'm going to start with Nimona, just because I know that the style of the artwork I'm going to have to concentrate a bit more on. I think it makes sense for me to read this one first whilst I am like most awake and able to do that. So what does it say on the back of Nimona? We have: Nimona is an impulsive young shapeshifter with a knack for villainy. Lord Ballister Blackheart is a villain with a vendetta. As sidekick and supervillain, Nimona and Lord Blackheart are about to wreak some serious havoc. Their mission: prove to the kingdom that Sir Ambrosius Golden Loin and his buddies at the Institution of Law Enforcement and Heroics aren't the heroes everyone thinks they are. Nemesis, dragons, science, symbolism. All these and more await in this brilliant, subversive, sharply irreverent epic. I'm intrigued. I want to know more. I'm very excited. This is one of the naughty monkey boys that needs an eye keeping on them. Yes, it is. So Jay has gone to sit with the cats for a bit. I've finished Nimona and I am going to do my reading journal for it. I basically just stick in a little printout of the cover, and then if I've got any stickers or any arts and craftsy bits that I think could work well, I stick those into. And I did find this little red dragon, which I thought would work quite nicely, so I think I'm going to go with that. I've also got a red felt pen out if I want to like draw anything, but I can't really think of anything off the top of my head, and I just need to select a pen. But before I do that, I really need to figure out what I'm rating this book, and I don't really know. I'm thinking probably a 3.5, because as soon as I finished it and I was thinking about it, I was a bit like, oh, look, I don't know if it's a 3-star or a 4-star. So, you know, 3.5 is in the middle of that. When I look at my own rating system, like how I've wrote it down, it's very much 3 stars, book was good, glad I read it, enjoyed the reading experience. And then 4 stars is really enjoyed, had some amazing moments, gave me the feels at part but not quite 5-star energy. And do you know what, it didn't give me the feels at parts, but like I did really enjoy it. I just didn't love it. Like I think it was more like the plot, there wasn't that much going on. I didn't love the actual like illustration styles, it just didn't 100% work for me. Like I'd still recommend it, I still think it was good. Yeah, I'm gonna go 3.5 stars. I'm talking around in circles basically. It's 3.5 stars. I 100% agree with what I wrote down for what I'd give a 3-star rating, which is the book was good, glad I read it, enjoyed the reading experience, and I feel questionable but agree with some parts of what I wrote down for 4 stars. So 3.5 stars, yeah, let's just call it that. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day, does it? So yeah, let's call it that. I'm gonna do my reading journal. Overall, I'd say if the synopsis of this book sounds interesting to you and you like the art style, pick it up if you haven't already. It was good, it was interesting, and I will definitely watch the adaptation of it. So yeah, like I enjoyed it. A lot of graphic novels really pull me in and I really love, and it didn't do that, but it was very much like a superhero, supervillain like kind of storyline, which I think is probably why, honestly, because like that's just not really my thing. But yeah, overall pretty good, pretty enjoyable, and I would recommend. So yeah, like if it sounds interesting, give it a go. I'll come talk to you when I've done my reading journal and I'm ready to pick up the next graphic novel. Okay, hopefully you can't hear the washing machine, but this is how the bullet journals look. Don't read it too closely. Like I don't think I've wrote spoilers, but like this is just my bullet journal, but this is what I've gone for. I actually found this, which was part of like a envelope, but so I just cut it down. It was literally like the bit that you normally lick on an envelope, and that's all that I got left of it. Like I haven't got any of the envelope there. And I found this red dragon and I did the little stars with red, and I think it looks very cool and I'm very happy with it. Okay, I'm about to get changed so we can go out and do a food shop. However, I thought I'd tell you the next book I'm going to be picking up is WYND. This is book 1, The Flight of the Prince. I'm not really 100% sure what this one is about, but it looks really fun and really cool, so let's have a little read. To find your home, first you have to find yourself. In a world where magical heritage is punishable by death, a young boy named WYND must hide his true identity and pointy ears from everyone in Pipetown. Even if it means he'll never have the normal life he wants, but when his secret is threatened, WYND is forced to leave his home behind to embark on a dangerous quest that will put him at the heart of a royal conspiracy beyond imagination. Now on the run with the boy of his dreams, his best friend Oakley, and a literal prince, WYND will have to embrace the magic within himself if he wants to save them from the shocking dangers that await. I don't know, I think it could be really fun and really good, and like honestly, like I am quite excited about this premise. Like yeah, hopefully it lives up to like what I've got going in my mind. But yeah, right now it looks like it's going to be fun. I'm enjoying even just flicking through it. It looks like it's very cool, so yeah, let's give this a go. It's actually really late right now. It is after 11. But I have finished WYND. We ended up being out for quite a while, but I've sat down. I mean, I've recorded some B-roll you'll have seen. I've sat down, I've read this evening. I'm giving it 4 stars. I really enjoyed this. I thought our characters were like really interesting characters to follow. I will say I'm really glad it's part of a series. This is book 1 and this is comprised of 5 issues. There is a book 2 which is issues 6 to 10, and there is book 3 which is 11 to 15. And I'm really glad, because as much as I enjoyed this, I don't feel like I know our characters yet. And I feel like towards the end of this we realise like there's so much more that we can learn about this world, and there's so much more that we can learn about the magic, and I really want to do that. So yeah, 4 stars. Really enjoyed it, thought it was great. Highly recommend it. It was like, you know, a really solid like YA fantasy graphic novel. Like yeah, really good, and I will definitely be continuing on with the series. I did really like our main character, but again, like I just wanted a bit more. I liked that main character, I liked everything I saw, but I don't feel like I completely know him yet. But everything that was starting to get set up in this book, everything that was starting to unfold, I was really liking. So yeah, I'm really hoping that it unfolds a lot more in book 2 and I get to see a lot more, because I thought it was great fun, and yeah, I think it's a great time. I am going to pick up Lights this evening. I don't think I'll finish this, it's quite a chunky one, but I'm going to start it, I'm going to pick it up, and I'll probably finish it tomorrow. But yeah, this is the final book in the Sheet series, so obviously I can't give you a synopsis of this one, but the Sheet series, essentially in book 1, we meet our main character who is like running a laundromat to support her family, and weird things keep happening in the laundromat, like different bed sheets basically are being moved overnight, and it goes from there. I don't actually know how much you know in the synopsis of book 1, so I should probably look it up to make sure I'm not giving any spoilers. Okay, yeah, so you do know this. We also meet Wendell, who's our, I'd say, other main character. Wendell's a ghost, and basically our 2 main characters, Marjorie and Wendell, their worlds collide and they have to figure things out together. And we see them go through a lot and just really understand each other in different ways. In book 2 we get another character introduced and join the group basically, and then book 3 I believe we get Wendell's story. I don't know anything more than that, and obviously I can't read you the synopsis. I should probably read it for myself. Yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, I'm going to finish the series off. I'm really excited. I have loved the rest of the series. I think they've been really good. I gave book 1 4 stars, and I gave book 2, which is called Delicate, also 4 stars. So far it's been a really solid 4-star series, so hopefully this one will be the same. Okay, it's the next morning. It is only like 2 hours away from when I started this video yesterday, so I'm setting myself up for success. I'm going to continue this. I've got my reading journal here, and I've got pens, and I've got all stuff inside that I can need to decorate, and then I've got my like glue, scissors, got my bullet journal so I know what I need to do for the rest of the day. I've got 1 cat down there and the other cat is in the window. So let's watch Lights. I also don't need to watch the cats anymore. They've both decided that they'll behave for me today and actually stay with me, which when I needed to watch them yesterday they would have done that. That would have been great, but you know, now that they don't need watching, they don't need supervision, suddenly they're happy to have it. But yeah, let's get reading. I'm enjoying it so far, so I'm excited to continue. What's the matter? Oh my god. I have finished lights. I enjoyed it. I'm giving it 3.5 stars. I didn't enjoy it quite as much as the first two books. There was just a certain element in here that was a little annoying. It felt a bit young. I don't think I can say anything more without being spoilery. But yeah, overall I really enjoyed it, and the book felt like a conclusion to the story, and like everything was wrapped up. And obviously for the final book in the series, that's exactly what you want. I did really enjoy it. If I hold my reading journal quite far away, I wrote a lot for it. Like that's an entire page I ended up writing for it. So I am really happy. I did enjoy it. I definitely recommend it. Like I think if you've read books 1 and 2, it's a very satisfying ending. And yeah, I don't really have much more to add. I haven't wrote a review for Goodreads yet. I will probably do a spoiler section in that review where it's like hidden unless you want to read it. So I guess if you've read the book and you're more interested in my exact thoughts, that will be over on Goodreads. But yeah, time for the final book. Time for the final book. I know it was a very short section on lights, but I knew it wasn't going to be easy to talk about because of it being in the series. But I'm super excited to pick up Garlic and the Vampire. I think this is going to be the perfect like little cute ending to this. I think it's going to be very atmospheric, and I'm also really hoping that the characters are like just that perfect easy like cutesy character to back. That's what I'm hoping for. So yeah, I do wish the weather was nice today, because if so, like I feel like taking this actually outside to like a big collection of trees would have been nice. On the back of this one it says, Garlic feels as though she's always doing the wrong thing. No matter how much her friend Carrot and kindly witch Agnes encourage her, Garlic just wants to tend her own garden where it's nice and safe. But when the village of vegetable people learn that a bloodthirsty vampire may have moved into the nearby castle, they all agree that despite her fear and self-doubt, Garlic is the obvious choice to confront him. And with everyone counting on her, Garlic reluctantly agrees to face the mysterious vampire. With humour, heart and an unusual heroine with more courage than she realises, Brie Paulson's debut graphic novel is a farm-fresh tale that reminds readers to believe in themselves and that strangers are not always as scary as they might seem. I'm really looking forward to this one. I'm not gonna lie, like this just sounds so good. Like I don't know, like even reading the synopsis of that, like it was making me smile, so I feel like it's going to be a good time, and I think it's time to just start it. So yeah, let's have a look. Hello. Okay, so I finished Garlic and the Vampire, and it's 5 stars. I definitely feel like I saved the best till last. Like this was so good. I actually really like tried to make it last. Like I definitely put it down a few times and came back to it because I didn't want it to end. It was so cute, so lovely, so much about just like not judging, and I really enjoyed it. I believe there's 2 more books in this series, and I will definitely be picking them up. Like yeah, I really enjoyed this. I feel like the atmosphere, but also like I don't know how better to describe it except for like vibes and cuteness. And yeah, I'm definitely intrigued to explore the world more. I don't know what the other books are called, I'm not sure exactly what could go on, but I do feel like there's like an not open-ended, it feels very concluded, but like one small point, like one thing that I've mentioned a couple of times that like wasn't solved in this one. So I do feel like that is something that could be brought up in another book to like try and be like, oh, like let's figure out if we can do this thing. So yeah, overall really great. If you haven't read it and the synopsis sounded good to you, and I mean I showed the artwork at the very start, but this is the sort of artwork that you'd be looking at for this one. Like if that sounds good for you, give it a go because I can't recommend it more. This is one, I think out of all the ones that I've read for this video, this is the only one that I'm going to make my boyfriend read because I think he'd enjoy it. And yeah, I don't know, like it was honestly lovely. So highly recommend. And that is it for today's video. I ended up reading 4 books over pretty much the last 24 hours whilst also watching the cats and getting other bits and bobs done around the house. So really happy with this. I definitely think this is a good idea. Some sort of like 24-hour reading vlog video thing, maybe a bit structured next time, I think is gonna be what I do every month when the cats need their flea treatment, because it just worked out really well. Like it's time that I would just be needing to prioritise watching the cats, but like I feel like I can do that and get a fair bit of reading done. So if you have any other like ideas, premises for 24-hour things that you'd like me to do, leave those down below. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.